3D tutorials. In this video we're going to show you how you can rig this eyeball. You can also find the other part, which is part 1 and 2 and 3, how we can modeling it, UVing it and shading it. So that is the last part, part 4, and how we can rig this. When we are finished with this, it is a good idea to find these two objects. Go ahead to put it to the center if you want moving your pivot. If not, so you can just leave it, and you can delete the history and freeze transformation and rotation, every of these things. Now I don't need to show this, the shiny, so I just hidden it. Now we need actually duplicate this one. At least we need have like 5. So the first one is the target, if you want to have it. Second one is big, which is eye going to be big, small, and lens. Big and lens small. Great. And of course you need to just control high and work only with the one. So this one is going to be very quick how we can make this eye bigger. So we need just of course select this. Remember, when you're selecting, do not select this one. I think this one is good. So just scale it, go to the wireframe tool, go to the side view. So I have now scaling it. Let's see, I want to scale it like this. And I can use the eye self behind as the references. So you can see if I just make it like this big, okay, I need actually go ahead and make it scale it from there to move it. Okay. But before I do this, I just I need these pushing it back. Okay. Now we can select this and putting it here. Something like this, and from there we can just select the first loop, position in the between of these. So you need to find it where they are, but you know you need to work with this more to get more smoothness, but we just make it fast here. So just pushing it, scale this in the all direction to get the round eyeball for it. So this reason I say you need have more faces to work with it. So now you can see we have the normal one, now it's be bigger, and if you want to make it bigger you can also do this. So the next one is the small one. Same thing. Put it to be smooth, and now again to the side, make it smaller, pushing it there a bit. You can scale it this direction too, getting it there, that it is. Go ahead to the edge and oh yeah, sometimes I don't like this because we're going to select the other edge. So maybe it's just too fast, but you get the idea. Scale it down, push it a bit from, and scale this one. Maybe this, we need it more. Sometimes you need to check it with a smooth. But something like this is going to be good. and sometime you're getting this problem with this. So if you get this problem, that can be fixed by move this one too much to here and scaling it, of course, it down like so, maybe a bit more, and push the other one, have it. I need to actually go back and forth to find where it should be, but that is a fast way to fixing it. So now you can see the roundish is good again. So I bought black. Go not to the smooth, just make it big, and we have make it big, shift less, and make it big again, and once again big again. Sometimes you need to shake this from the side, as you can see. You can also use this if you want to, but for now I think I'm just going to pushing it there, push this here, push this to be more. So something like this, but of course you can just work with it more if you want. So this one is going to big one, and the last one, of course this is for the blind shape. So how we can make this a small? First of all, do not go to the smooth mode, go ahead and make it as small as you can to do. And the next, you're going to just choosing the second and the third. So this reason you have this loop, because when you're going to make a blind shape for it, you need to have these. And of course, to make this one back, you need to have this shape back to it. Sometimes you'll be here, scale it a bit. You know, you get the idea. It's very fast, so I just shift edge. So now you can see we get the islands, islands to be very small, very big. I be bigger, I be smaller, and that is the normal. Okay, so that it is. There are one thing how we can apply this. There are very important thing you need to know. This eye shall not be resetting anymore. If you do this, so your blind shape these will not working. And for the eye shiny, I need to make a child for the eye. So now if I just move my eye shiny will also move with me. Okay, and from now I can just go ahead and adding this blend shape to it. But let's see how I can mirror this out. There are something also you need to know. If you have a character and you want to mirror this over, you're going to do this by select this, Control G for grouping it, and go ahead to edit, special duplicate it, and put it to the instance and negative of 1 and duplicate. Okay, the problem here is now both is in the center, you cannot see it. So I just group name, hitting it. So here is number. Okay. So you need not select the group self, but select the icon, and now you can see if you have a character, you can just moving it. You can of course scale this too. But the thing you need to not do this, if you rotate this like so, or up or down, your blend shape will not work. So first of all, add your blend shape, and later you can just move it a bit around. So let's say we are ending. That is good, the position. How I can get this one back? The thing you can do is select this and go ahead, press Ctrl D and move this outside. Go ahead, delete this. And this one, you need to move it back to the same position. Delete this one. So now we have I1, I2. So now we have both eye in the position symmetrically. And the next thing we need to do is I think I have some, I need to go back some step because I have deleted my targets. Yeah. Now it is I1, I2, and here is my blend shape. So to adding it, select this. You need to select your eyeball. Go ahead to Deformer, Blend Shape, Reset Tool, Create, and here you can testing it out. So you can see it's working. The same thing we're going to do for the other. Again, select these. Select the second one, go to Deformer, Blend Shape, and that it is. So if we look into this, we need now to check it. Blend Shape 1, and so on. I get smaller, bigger, and you know, of course we need to have a lot of kind of control to control them in the same time. But that is you need to do, and I'm going also to show you how you can rigging it. So now I have creating kind of curve circle, one for the left, one for the right eye, and one is the parent control. So if you're looking to it, it is a bit hard to see it, but I think I'm going to hidden this guy, so that it is. So now we want, when we move this, we looking to the circle. So it is very simple. Go to the rigging, select the controller. Of course, you need to freeze transformation for all of them. And when you are ready, you can select it, and from the outliner, select the eyeball do you want, go to the constraint, go to AI, resetting, and just check this on and apply. So now if I move this, so he's going to look into this circle. The same thing we're going to do for the second. Testing it, and we are back. So anytime you have moving it, and if you want to go back to the 0 position, you can do this. So the last thing is just select these two and middle mouse click to this. Now they are parented, so now they looking even. So And the last thing, if you have kind of character, you need have to be rotated a bit there and a bit there. So it is now you can do these things. So when you have moving at the position do you want to be, you can also select both and freeze transformation and rotation, and that should be go to go. And of course you can freeze this one too. So now you have controlling to moving them, and now you have also some of blend shape is going to be on. But to make it easier, so you can actually go ahead and creating kind of other control to control the size of the eye and control the focus and all of these other things. So now I have just created the controller we need. That is just a slider. I have using the curve circle to do this, and I have a name it control and slider. The thing is, we don't want to, first of all we need to parent this to this one, middle mouse click there. And the second thing, when I want to select it easy, I don't want to select this one. So what we're going to do, I select this, go ahead to the shape, remember go to the shape and find the object display and put this to be template. If you do this in this one, you can, everything you cannot select, as you can see. So that is important, you don't do this here. Just check this off. Make sure you are in the shape and object display and this one. So now I can only select this one. Okay. The second thing is I want only limited, so it's going up and down. So how we can do this? Selecting it, go to slider, go ahead to limit information and translate. Translate because that is a translate, and that is the Y I want to do. So I just pushing it here, limited to be negative of 1 and maximum to 1, and default or current is 0. So what it happened, it cannot be moving more in the other. So how about left and right? So you're going to check them on and put all of them to be 0. Same thing for the Z. So what has happened, I cannot move it left or right, I can just move it up and down, and that is exactly the thing we want. Of course I have forget to saying every of these objects has been freeze transformation, getting it. So the next is when I want to put it up, so we want to make the eyeball bigger, and when it is down, I want to make the eyeball smaller. So now we want to attack this. So now we have the controller we want, and of course if you want to move this controller later, you can use this as well. But for now, we want to attack the blend shape to it. So to do this is a bit different inside Maya 2017 and 18, because we have getting a new option there. So what we're going to do first, go to animation key, set drive key, set, and we get this. So where is a driver? That is show driving this control. So we're going to load the driver, find the Y, translate Y, because that is this we want to adding it. The next, opening the blend shape, and we need actually make sure you don't select this one. You need to select all the blend shape node. So select this, right click and say select blend shape node. So what is going to be, we're saying now it is here, driven, load the driven. Now we're getting the blend shape too. And from here I want to add the small and holding the control, so I can select more in one. So the 0 position, I'm going to set key, they are 0, as you can see. as you can see, now getting blue because it's connecting to this. So I want to move it up, so I'm going to select the big to be big and key, and going to down area and put the small to be small and hit key. So that it is. Now we have this controller, so it's going to up big, small, big. So again, you need to do this for the other. So now we have this controller to control the blend shape, and we have this controller, and so on. So that is how you can set up the rig, eye rig with a blend shape. Of course, you can just do this for the other side, and you can also do this for the eye focusing and so on, and depend which design you like. But I think this one is good because you can select both and make them up and down in same time. So of course there are also some of script. If you know with ML or Python is a bit easier to write, but again that is something else if you want to do this. So thanks for watching.